tap. Win.
Oh, I lost already. I don't even know. The winning host may propose funny tasks for the losing host to complete during the victory lap. Okay. So what's the task? Rebecca. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you, Rebecca. So tonight, um, we are talking about helping people with disabilities. The kind of disabilities we talk about are usually not, sometimes they are not visible disabilities. Sometimes it's the kind of disabilities that people mistake for lack of training, lack of character, bad behavior, spoiled children. There's nothing they don't call them. But these are mental health challenges, and they are usually not very visible. Sometimes you only see them if they have been close to you for a while, and then you not, oh, not, I like that name. That's just it, not. So when we talk about disabilities here, it is not just abs. Good to see you. Johnson, abs, Emeka. Hello, Emeka. How are you? Hello. Okay. Miss Dio. Miss Dio, how are you? Let me see if this lady is online. Meg. Expert. Are you online today? Thank you, Emeka. Thank you. Oh, Dragon Ball. Baron. It's Michaela. Oh, happy. Oh my God, 71 years today. That's so beautiful. What? Happy birthday, Milaya. Happy birthday, Milaya. It's so good to know you're 71 today. Ooh. Hello, Brian Kechev. Dragon Ball. Hello. Hello. Michaela. It's Michaela. Thank you too. Good to know that someone is actually 71 today. Not in today's world. It used to be, beginning of life, but now you really have to be grateful when you get to that age. Morning Star, good to see you. Nosi, Rose, coolest Rose. Thank you so much for joining me here. Yeah, today we are just, talking about healthy recipes to support people with disabilities. And I was just saying that the disability is not always visible. These are disabilities that are usually hidden, because you may just be asking, now, what's the connection between healthy food recipes and people with disabilities? Dragon Ball, thank you so much. I guess it has to do with the fact that I'm happy you are here. You know how happiness makes one glow from the inside. Thank you so much. Rose Coolest, Marva, thank you for dropping by. So, disabilities, nutrition, healthy recipes, in situations where people are having hidden challenges, sometimes their needs are also hidden. And that is why we are also like talking about how do you support them from the inside? How do you really? How do you support them from the inside? People with disabilities, they have nutritional needs too. And for them to achieve their real needs, you have to look at what is it that is lacking? What are the things that they need to be able to come up with the balanced diet? Not balanced diet. I need to tell you that in 2025, nutrition has gone beyond balanced diet. Nutrition is now talking about personalized nutrition. Personalized nutrition. What are you? What do you look like in the inside? And then there is a creation that reflects you, reflects your need, reflects your peculiarities, your uniqueness. Because every individual is so unique in their making. Every individual in their biological makeup has definite specific needs. Now think of this scenario where you see someone who's maybe the same height, the same age, the same environment, and then you do a medical test and then you realize that when this person is needing more, maybe more protein, this other person is needing more carbohydrate, and this other person is probably needing more fats. So today in 2025, we are no longer talking about balanced diet. There's nothing like balanced diet anymore. Diet is now individualized and specific. And that is why we have also come to the realization that even with people with disabilities, there are specific kind of diets that you have to offer them. You don't just offer them, you can offer, okay, even if you are looking at just the makeup of a person, let's talk about the ones we can see even before we start going for tests now. You can't offer someone like a man who does brick, you can offer a bricklayer the kind of diet you offer a nurse or a someone that works as a business analyst, for instance. You can offer a business analyst the kind of nutrition you would offer a bricklayer. This is because the demands on their body is as different as day and night. So that should actually start to give us an idea of what it means to personalize and individualize things like nutrition. And when you're talking about people with disability, for instance, you have to look at why is this person different from the others. When I'm talking about disability, it's not disability like the one you see with your eyes, or you can just detect that this person has a disability. Just for the sake of, for the purpose of knowledge, disability is like anybody that cannot do what they should ordinarily be doing at the age and time. Let's say, for instance, a child is not talking when he or she should be talking. A child does not have communication when he or she should be communicating. We see that as an impairment. So in that situation, do you think that there are kind of intervention, nutritional intervention, a kind of modification that can be done to what they eat that would make it like easier for them to have that concept of speech? I believe so. I believe there is. So at this V, oh V, thanks so much, V. How are you today?
I'm good. Hello.
Hello. What has been happening? Have you been listening to me?
I actually just joined. I just saw it, then I joined.
So how are you? What's up? What's up with Northampton?
Fine. Everything is fine.
I actually have a lot of people on YouTube, so it's as if I'm even looking more at YouTube now.
Okay, that's great.
You know that
So,
this oga here is very funny. Sometimes it doesn't even show your post. Sometimes you just there and nothing is happening. Sometimes you will sit there until 1 hour before people start coming, and that by that 1 hour you're already tired of just sitting and
wow,
not
can
doing
you imagine?
anything.
Okay, so you want to start on YouTube now?
No, we are on, but let's just be talking. I really would need the company.
Okay, all right, no problem. That's fine. That's great.
Okay. So have you been building your page?
And not really, just a bit. Like, I just followed some people. I think I have like two more followers. I'm trying to get in more followers and all.
You know, there are ways you can, there are things they do now that makes, creating content very easy.
Okay.
You can just go there and you will see somebody, you will see people like a post where someone is just, moving out and then music is playing. You can just say
Okay.
use this, you can just use the music and just,
I'm posting.
yeah, you can just do stuff like this and put something on top and that's a post
Oh,
already.
oh, wow. That's
uh
good.
you
I'll
can be
try that
using
out
that.
this week.
Me that is talking, it's easier said than done. You can be using that. You can be doing that like every day. You can actually do up to 3 times a day.
Wow.
uh
Okay. I will start this week.
Meanwhile, here, okay, can you go to your gift and see that place there is heart me?
Okay, I should click on the gift, right?
uh Find something that's
Okay.
like a heart and send it to
Ma'am.
me.
Okay, heart me. I can see it.
uh if you don't
Send.
mind, huh? If you don't
Okay.
mind, if you really want to grow, we can just be doing an hour every day. I
Okay.
know you would think you don't have that time, but it was when I sat down today that I really thought about it. Because you can actually be on your phone for that 1 hour, you're not doing anything.
Very true.
But immediately they say, you are going live, you begin to think you're actually going to work. But come on, if you intend to make money from anything, you have to treat it as work.
Yes, now you have to put in the work. You have to put in the effort.
Someone is asking me to do 360 on YouTube.
What's that?
You're
What's
my top
360?
fan. I don't know what is 360. Can you explain to me? I don't know what is 360. Hello, tell me what is 360. Can you tell me? I can't even like say your name. Can you tell me what is 360? So Vicky,
Yeah.
if we are like a team,
Okay. Okay.
we can also be, recruiting other people. Just that you cannot go live yet, right?
No.
Until you have up to 500.
Okay, until I have 500 people. Okay.
I think for UK is 500. For other places
Okay.
it's like 1,000.
Okay.
So, but if you come live, if we create a team and we come live, and like you can always join me on live, that way
Okay.
you can be getting
Followers.
more followers, and the longer
That
you, yeah, the longer you are on
life.
live, the longer you are just on the app,
Mm,
the more you will get viewers and followers. And you are a fine girl now. If you just put your face there, people go flock.
amen.
Oh my god, I don't know who is the person asking me to do 360 on YouTube. Can you tell me what 360 is? I don't know, really. I don't know what is 360. Okay, this evening actually I was on YouTube, I'm talking about healthy recipes, and
Okay.
here I'm talking about supporting people with disabilities. So I am saying healthy recipes for people with disabilities. And I'm saying that a lot of times these disabilities are not very visible, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean they are not there.
Okay.
But a lot of people tend to feel
Disregard it.
uncomfortable. Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people feel uncomfortable. Erico, thanks for joining us. A lot of people feel uncomfortable to refer to it as disability.
Mm.
People would rather say different.
Okay.
For the kind of people I have in mind, for the kind of people I support, I would say it's more like impairment.
Okay.
It's an impairment in the sense that it's just that they cannot do what they ought to be able to do when they ought to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, for instance, a child. Darren, how are you? I'm not. I'm not a game boy. I'm just a lady. Is it because I have a haircut? I'm a lady. I'm not even a boy or a man. I'm a female. I'm a she, her by pronoun. Cat say, yeah, cat's eye. Okay. Cat's eye. Oh my God, I should ask my children what that means. I'm sure they know about it. Is that how my eye looks? Oh my goodness. Golan Rodriguez. How are you? Thank you for dropping by. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's a love sign. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's say these people are not. Please just click the like button for me. Like my life so I can come back next time. Dochi, number one fan. Oh, ex number one fan. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please like my video, like my life so I can always come back. It encourages me. Hit the like button, comment and hit the like button. Thank you so much. So Vicky, we are saying like if you see these people, the next thing that people usually believe is that they are just spoiled children. Thank you for liking it. I appreciate. Thank you. No, so I'm going to ask you a question and be honest with me because people might be listening. In fact, people are listening. Just be honest. Don't worry about what you know about me. What
Okay.
what was your first impression when you met a child with a neurodivergent child? Well, neurodivergent is many, there are people who are just, because they are just a bit different. But severely autistic child, for instance, what was your first impression?
I think for me, I think it was at first it was confusion
Yes.
for me. I wasn't able to understand what exactly was happening
Yeah.
because
Yes.
like you said the disability, it's not a physical one. It's not something you can,
Yeah.
because where we come from in Africa, most times disabilities are physical disabilities, things you can
Yes.
easily see. But this is a bit new, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not as if new and different to me. Not,
Yes.
I'm not saying to every other person. It's not as if the child is if you have a child that is, I'm trying to look for, I, there's another kind of disability
That
that
has
normally comes.
like a Down syndrome or
Thank
something,
you. A
or
child with,
maybe cerebral palsy.
thank you. You can see that, but when it comes to autistic children,
Margaret Njeri, thank you for joining us. Please, sorry, Vicky, continue.
for autistic children, they look exactly almost the same, no difference from neurotypical children. They look the same like the regular quote and unquote children.
Yeah.
So you sometimes it's baffling. Like, okay, what exactly is happening?
Yes.
Like, I think it was more of a state of confusion and not being able to understand what exactly was happening.
Yes. Sorry.
Oops.
I understand that because you could see that it's not, a lot of people will be like, why is this child so spoiled? Okay, you need to take your call. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thanks for joining us this evening. The point you are making is that because someone's physical appearance does not say that they are impaired, or in the extreme word, disabled, that their physical appearance does not say that, doesn't mean something is not going on the inside that requires attention. So it is that attention we are saying. Do you believe that nutrition can actually help? And believe me, nutrition helps tremendously. Tremendously. Nutrition is like laying a foundation for their health to support them. Hey V, are you back?
Yes, sorry, a call came in and I
It's
have to.
fine. It's fine. Okay, so you were explaining your first impression.
Yeah, so it's more of confusion for me, like being able to wrap up my head
Yeah.
around the whole situation. But after a while, it's something you
Yeah, when you
get
continue
used to.
seeing it, you kind
Yeah,
of start getting used to it.
used to it because like I said, most autistic children that I've seen, they look just like the regular children, quote and unquote.
Hmm.
So
Not just
you
regular, it's as if they are even prettier and more handsome.
exactly. So you'll be wondering what exactly is happening if
Yes.
when maybe when they start with their tantrums, or you will be
Yes, when
wondering
you talk
what's
to them and they can't respond in an age
exactly,
appropriate communication level.
exactly. You'll be wondering what exactly is happening.
Pagato, my dear. So it's usually confusing, and the truth is that to the parents, you may not understand, but what I used to ask people is, okay, let me just ask you, if it weren't you, what would be your own reaction? Maybe when the parents are complaining about how someone treated their child or anything, you will now ask yourself, assuming I'm in the shoe of the stranger per se, the shoe of the person who saw them and felt they were not just being um, portraying a proper home training. If you were in that person's shoe, what would you think?
Home training. I don't think home training will be the first thing that will come to my mind.
Ah,
It's not a home training thing because you see a child that can't express themselves. It's not a home training thing. Or maybe a child that is, I don't know. Home training will be the last thing that crosses my mind. I might be confused. I might be worried. I might be maybe
surprised.
surprised, amazed, but home training will be the last thing. I'm surprised that somebody will think of home training because if you see such a situation, you know that it's something is amiss, something is not adding up. So it's not a home training thing for me. That's why I think I don't know. I don't know how people view things.
I think it's just your personality, because let me tell you the truth. The truth is that a lot of people think it's home training.
Home training.
A whole lot of people.
Are you serious?
Yes, I have seen women that would actually go walk up to the mother of such children and say, "Look, I think you are not doing a good job with this child." One
Wow.
woman actually said, "You mean you don't know where to buy cane?"
Uh-uh.
If I'm the mother of this child, I will never allow her to disgrace me like this in the public. You mean you don't know where to buy a cane?
It's not a Ken issue. It's, I don't know.
Exactly. That's because I think it has to do with your personality, or maybe who you have become, or where you grew up, or your own perspective to things. But to be honest with you, more than 80% of people who do not know anything about it are always assuming that the child is a spoiled child.
It's for a child.
Yeah, the child is not being trained. Hello, those on YouTube, please can you click the like button for me? Like our live so we can come back again. Thank you, thank you. Please hit the like button, and join the conversation. I'd like to hear your opinion. What was your first impression when you see a child who seemed to be very healthy, who seemed to be very, you know, all around, nothing missing, nothing broken, like they say, but then they are not acting appropriately? A lot of people think they are surprised. Some are just assuming that the child is not well trained. So let us know your opinion on the comments. Tell us, tell us, tell us, tell us. Because these are the people we are looking at, the type of recipes, the food recipes that would support them. Because we are saying if they look like that on the outside, there is something definitely broken on the inside. Not broken. I don't want to be using such words on these lovely people. I'm just saying that there are some things that might need, adjustments, because if you say need fixing, it means it's broken. But there are things that are not just the way they should be. Yes, that's the word. There are things that are not just the way they should be and might need an extra support on the inside. And good food can actually do that job. Good food, man, is like a foundation. It's like the concrete you use to lay the foundation. Click the like button for me. Click, 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 click. Click the like button. We are moving. Thank you so much. If you are on YouTube, please click the like button and tell us your thoughts on the comments. We've had a 71-year-old this evening who is celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, and I hope to live as young as you are. So, Vicky, is it okay from nowhere? Still, I'm saying forget what you know about me. Did you have any impression or any? Did it ever cross your mind that nutrition could actually help in this type of condition before now?
You maybe because I'll answer yes. Maybe
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm a science student,
Oh, yeah.
we know that nutrition has a lot to do with even with things, a lot of things that a lot of body functions,
Yes.
brain function, even the heart function, everything, almost everything about you, human being. Your nutrition can, change it. So maybe that's why I will say I
Yes.
I know about that.
Yes. Exactly, because anybody that's a science-based scholar should already know that there's no part of the body that nutrition cannot support. And this kind of disability, in quotes, this kind of impairment has a lot to do with the brain. Since we cannot see it physically, but we know that the behavior is impaired. the communication is impaired. The sleep, most times, my dear friends, are impaired. The behavior, the social interaction, a lot of times is impaired. So the point now is, how does food support this impairment? How does what a child support this impairment? Because when you look at a lot of these children, even without being told, a lot of parents are beginning to realize that there are things they eat that don't go well with them. But there is actually a big challenge, because those are the only things that get them to behave. Do you understand? Not
Yeah.
not get them to behave, but get them to, okay, what I mean is, like, let's talk about this. Like, okay, a parent that has a child that is very hyperactive, and you are maybe attending a meeting with a doctor or something, somewhere that you need the child to be quiet. You realize that the only way you get that child to sit down is to probably give them a bottle of soft drink, or give them a pack of biscuits, which at the end of the day becomes the kind of things they shouldn't be having. So what is the connection? How is it that the same thing that makes them cooperate, that's the word I was looking for, that the same thing that make them cooperate are usually not the best things for them? Now, the question I have now is, have you ever considered or thought of any type of food you think might be bad for them or might be helpful to them? Because I just said that parents on their own are beginning to identify. Have you been able to, you know, consider that there are certain things that are not good for them, or that there are certain things that are good for them? Has it crossed your mind at some point?
Yeah, like you mentioned, I think food based high in sugar,
Yeah.
because normally sugar makes a child hyperactive, and
Okay.
I think on the normal day they are a bit, their activity is a bit higher um than the
They
regular,
should.
quote
Yeah.
unquote, children. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they should avoid sugar. That's the bit I can say. I don't know
Yeah.
much about.
Well, in line of that of the basic science, we know that sugar kind of boosts energy. It provides, immediate disposable energy.
Mm.
So for children like that may not have concept of environment, they may not know that, okay, this is where I am, that I have to behave myself, that lack like social cue. um who is with us? I'm trying to see. Welcome to the live. If you would like to join us. Okay, I don't see the person. So for children that, we already know that they don't have clue, like they don't read the environment. They can actually, go on meltdown or throw tantrums even in the most, like unlikely places. Parents are beginning to notice that even when these things are the kind of things that can get them to behave, sooner or later it is going to get them into a state of mind that they won't be able to cope. So on their own, parents have identified that sugar is something that's, get them hyperactive, get them active, or, in a very active state, if I may just use that word. But beyond sugar, I keep saying it's not like sugar is good for them, but based on basic knowledge, we know that eventually almost all foods become sugar. But parents tend to like focus a lot on the sugar. and forget that even the same sugar can still come from other types of food that can even be more harmful than the sugar itself, than the main sugar itself. Okay, take for instance rice. Rice is one food that 1 cup of rice can produce almost like 8 cubes of sugar, if I'm not wrong. Then a parent will say, oh, I'm no longer giving my child sugar. We will not give the soft drink, all right, which is good. She will not give the, normal everyday sugary drinks. Yes, all right. But this child will end up eating blank rice, let's say jollof rice with no vegetable, or rice and stew with no vegetable, and this child consumes this food almost like 4 5 times a week, and you are expecting him to be calm just because you are not using sugar. So sometimes parents will give something like a big plate of poundo or fufu or gari with this tiny soup like this, and expect the child to start getting better just because they did not drink a bottle of Coke. Sorry, I shouldn't be calling brand names. Just because they didn't drink a bottle of soft drink. You get what I mean, Vicky? So if you were the one, I want to understand, do you think that taking away sugar should just be like a one size fit all? Do you think that taking away sugar should just be like the best approach? I know where we are going with this. What would be your first target in supporting them with their nutrition? Hello? Okay. I don't think she's here. Well, the point here now, this evening, is that taking sugar away is good, is ultimate, not just because of sugar, but we have understood that many of these children also react to the other small components in this maybe soft drink and sugary stuff that people drink for their taste. They react negatively to them. So taking away that sugar, that type of drink, that type of food, that kind of edible is a very good step. But what I am asking parents is, please don't just say that because you've taken away sugar and ignore the other types of practices, behaviors that would still be endangering your child's health. That's why it now brings us back to healthy recipes. Healthy recipes like I have. Hey Vicky.
Hi, Dai. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to go. Sorry, I had to go for a while. I'm back
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's fine. So I was going to ask you, based on what we just mentioned, that some foods actually produce more sugar than
More
the basic
sugar than,
sugar. Yes.
yeah. For people that have basic science knowledge, like you mentioned, most food later break down into sugar,
Yeah.
glucose, sucrose, fructose, and all. So I think for those kind of food, it will be minimized. I think, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm not an expert, but if you can reduce, because if you can reduce the quantity of such foods they take, I
Yes.
don't know. Maybe it will help. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. That's the point. The point is, don't just get fixated on sugar. you would like to minimize the kind of, such foods that really get into sugar. But that is not even the major point. The major point is that each of these child is unique. Each of these child is as unique as these lines in my finger, in my hand. It was just when I opened it, it occurred to me as how clearly they are. So each of these child is so unique that in my years of practice, I have seen where what I would recommend for one child was going to hurt another child. That if we did not have a test at hand, if I should use the same recommendation I made for one child to offer the services to another child, I would have destroyed that child. I would have harmed that child in a very profound way. And I have a lot of parents who believe that they can maneuver the process of medical testing. Some of them think that the test process is either too expensive or too tedious, or that is not just something they can do easily. But I'm asking parents that if you are able to do this, it's like using a GPS for your travel. It's like buying yourself time. It's like using that money to offer yourself peace of mind. Because what happens a lot of times is that parents tend to just, when they see that someone comes online and says, okay, like the one I saw today. The one I saw today was, they say, I won't call the name, but they say it helps children with language. So I realized that what it contains is zeolite and vitamin B12 and vitamin D3. Yeah, I think those three things. Zeolite, vitamin B12, and vitamin D3. SB, thank you for joining us. Sorry, those on YouTube, if you didn't write a comment, I'll hardly know who has joined me, but I'm glad you're here. If you need to interact, just drop us a comment. Please like our live so we can keep coming back. Click the like button, subscribe if you have not, follow us for more content. So this product contains vitamin B12, it contains zeolite, and it contains vitamin D3. What? Thank you for joining us. So at the point of almost rushing to go and purchase it, I had to just read the label. And I realized that my child is already having those three. Do you get? She's already on them. So there was no point going back to start putting up those things. But the point here is that everyone is saying, oh, this is something we have to use. But I bet you that 80% of these people did not even read the label. They didn't even know what was inside what they are rushing to buy. They had no idea whether their children need those things or whether their children do not need those things. We have had some of these children that have excess B12. And when a child has excess B12, especially a child on the autism spectrum, your first target is not that they have excess B12, it's because their body is not absorbing the B12 properly. So the B12 is somewhere just lingering on the blood. So in the blood test, the child would have an excess B12. Meanwhile, the child is not getting the right amount of B12 inside the system. So in that case, if you're just rushing to go and buy supplements that contain B12, you might not be doing your child a favor. What you should be looking at that point is looking at what could be helping your child to absorb more B12. And believe me, we've had more children having excess B12 than those having deficiency. So what is the problem? The problem for these children is not necessarily, consuming more B12, is taking B12 in the right form and encouraging its absorption. I guess you are following my discussion here, Abby.
So I am.
So in this case, we are saying that even as much as we identify these deficiencies, we know parents have an idea of what to remove or what to add. The most important thing is that parents should try and know what their child requires as an individual. Because from the beginning of this program, I already said that today in 2025, nutrition is no longer about balanced diet. Nutrition has become individualized. Individualized in the sense that you have to be given what you need. Not that every woman over 40 requires this and every woman over 40 will just queue up and be collecting that thing. No, especially with these children, just as their senses are neurodivergent, their biological needs are also divergent. Their
Very
biology,
true.
pardon?
I said very true, very true.
Yeah,
I think that you mentioned the point about about parents just just buying things.
yeah,
Most parents, especially for neurodiverse children, divergent children, they should be able to be mindful, conscious of what they are buying.
yes,
Normally we as human beings, it's like one of the psychology of marketing is when you
yeah,
have a maybe word, you know recommendation from somebody you trust, you won't even bother finding out the components of what you're buying. So
exactly,
I think that's what they do. Because okay, now maybe I come to you, or I ask how IJ, is this thing good, and you tell me this product is really nice, and I don't even bother to find out, does my child they really need that? But because now
yes,
I'm using you as an example, not you in your capacity. You have an idea, so you'll be able to advise better.
yes,
But maybe a regular parent too, that I'd say, see, I'm using this one, it's working for my child, that kind of thing.
yes,
Me too, I'll just rush up and not knowing that I'm already duplicating those components and nutrients that my child already have. So what I think is, one, like you said, they should go for testing. If they can afford it, then they should get professionals, someone like you, to advise them on
yeah,
what to do. Then before maybe incorporating just buying off the shelf, not, I don't think they should just focus on over the counter medications or
yeah.
off the shelf. They should be more, more mindful of what they are
What they are
acquiring.
buying. Exactly,
Definitely.
because on so many occasions, like what I said, I was almost at the verge of paying for that because you are driven, number one, by the need. I understand that every parent is so eager, so anxious, if I may say, so desperate to see their child getting better, to see their child becoming functional, you know. So when something like that comes up on the internet and 6, 7, 8 people are saying, oh, I use this and it works. Ha! If you see how parents will rush, everything you'll be
Rush
hearing is,
it.
I am interested. Where can I buy? I am interested. Where can I buy? And I know from experience that a lot of times is not what everyone is saying, because these children are so different. And in my own case, like what I said happened to me today, I was at the verge of paying only to look at the ingredients. And I realized that this child already has all of these things from
Everything.
other sources. You understand?
Yeah.
So the fact that they pack it together and put in a container and it's giving it to you together. Well, it might make a lot of sense. It will save you from having three or four different things together, separate. But the fact remains that you don't need to duplicate. Number one, you don't even know the needs of your own child.
Exactly.
Before I saw this, I knew my child's needs, and that's why she even has them in the first place. Which is why I said when I wanted to pay, I realized she already has them.
Ask them.
So, because I knew her needs. So, how
Exactly.
many parents out there actually know their children's needs of these things? We need to know our needs because I have worked with parents. By the time they count to you how many things they have removed from their child's diet, you will be wondering that what is the child even eating at the end of the day? I'm telling you, you'll be wondering what is the child eating? How many things are remaining?
Like you rightly said, desperation. When parents are desperate, which I can imagine, I
Yeah,
won't say I understand, I can imagine, you want your child to get better. You want to do everything that is recommended. You just want anything anybody just says, you just feel like, okay, maybe this is it, maybe this is it, maybe this is the key that will unlock it, maybe this is the final. So just be mindful and, like you mentioned earlier, take a step back, look at the ingredients,
yeah,
do medical tests, get a consultant, get an expert to
yeah,
speak with. Then try as much as possible to avoid, there are several myths behind autism too, things that are
yeah,
not falsehood,
yeah,
old wives' fables, things that are not even realistic, that are
yeah,
not true. Things like that, you should try as much as possible to avoid. Different people have different opinions of what causes it. So
yeah. You won't believe
trust.
that. You won't believe that even in 2025, some people still believe that it is a cold parenting that causes it. Cold parenting is when there wasn't enough stimulation from parents, like parents were not available and playing with the child constantly.
Very
Ah,
funny.
you are laughing. A lot
Very
of people
funny.
still, there's still a school of thought that believes that that is what
That's the
causes.
cause. Can
Yes.
imagine.
Well, bringing us back to the whole uh, process, I just want to say that we have put together like a resource, a very strong resource that is teaching parents like how they need to navigate this system without getting confused, without having to rely on half information, just gathering it, pick from this person or pick from that person. We've created a course, a functional nutrition for neurodivergence and chronic illness course, and this course is going to go through the basics of functional nutrition. We all know that in functional nutrition you don't look at symptoms like the mainstream intervention will usually just look at symptoms and try to solve it. But in functional nutrition we try to target the root cause, and when you're looking at the root cause you are uh, trying to pull the source, not just flip it on the nibs and then just like the dry tree, when it hears the scent of water it comes up again. So in functional nutrition we are looking at the root causes and are trying to address it. This course will also offer you the foundations of biomedical intervention. In biomedical intervention, you try to use what is around you to support your body. And we are going to also looking at allergen-free diets. We've seen a lot of children allergic to many things. These days, it's not even longer children with autism or anything. I know for 2 schools that my children have attended, they say they are not free schools. Not free means, no, almost all schools in England today is becoming not free. I don't know what's going on. It means you, even if your child is not allergic, you can't even give your child anything that contains nuts to school, because because there are other children that have that allergy that is so bad that even if they didn't eat it, just because a child brought it around them, that is going to, start causing them that reaction. So this course is going to talk about navigating the allergen-free diet. A lot of parents are finding it really difficult finding what to cook for their children, just because these children are allergic to certain foods. And we would look at food coding. Food coding is all about reading the labels, how you can read the labels in your food, and how to know what type of additives that are present in that food. So a lot of times we see codes in food. We see E45, E67. We don't know what they mean. As a layman, as a lay person, you may not know what they mean, and then you'll be like, I don't know what this one means. You just go ahead and buy, and you may never know what it is you are putting inside your body. It will be nice to know, because sometimes, especially if your child actually is actually neurodivergent, it might be required that they should not have something like this. Okay, let's say for instance your child has ADHD, and that thing you are skipping is like a color, or a preservative that is clearly known to be causing them hyperactivity. So in this course, we are going to also look at how you can read the labels in your food, how you can code. We call them food coding. It's not you coding, but to understand what each of these codes might mean. The most common codes, actually, what they might mean. And then on this course, we are also going to look at nutritional supplement guide. When we talk about nutritional supplements, it means that a lot of children might not do well on certain kinds of supplements. So if a neurotypical child, for instance, is comfortable taking folic acid, this is just an example, a neurodivergent child might not be comfortable taking folic acid. They may want to take the natural form of folic acid, because they do not have the required kind of enzymes to break down folic acid. And when they don't break it down, it doesn't flush out. It clogs the point of absorption. And when this happens, even when they get it from food, the body can no longer absorb it. So this is just one example out of so many that you will learn, that now that I know that my child has these challenges, it is not just any supplement I see on the shelf that I buy for my child. There are certain specific types of supplements they should be consuming. In this course also, you are going to now look at the special diets for neurodivergent children, because aside the allergies, these children are also having other specific needs like oxalates, needs like errors of metabolism, needs like specific carbohydrates, where if a child is actually very hyperactive and we realize that they have things like a yeast overgrowth, there's a kind of diet you can use to tackle that yeast overgrowth. Naija food store, Palo Kisel, Palo. Thank you everyone who is joining. Palo Kisel, Jackie had. Thank you everyone. So if you realize that a child actually has these needs, then we are talking about what are the kind of diets you can actually follow to navigate these their needs. Another wonderful module that I love here is insight into laboratory assessment. This one is going to teach you how you can read the lab tests that your child has. In this case, you don't have to rely on what someone wrote or one jargon that someone might just be writing. At least those things you call jargon, you should be able to know what they mean. You should be able to look at your child's medical test and say, oh, this is what's happening. Okay, I saw this and I saw that, and this is giving me the impression that this is what is happening. If I were you, I would be very excited to learn all of this. And then you are going to look at how to support nutrient diversity. A lot of children are requiring expansion in the diversity of what they eat, because children with neurodevelopmental challenges, a lot of times they are picky eaters. And when they are picky eaters, your concern will be to incorporate more food into their diet. And to do this, you need a lot of support. It's not something you just wake up one morning and tomorrow they're already eating more than 3 types of food. Some of them eat only 2 foods, 3, 4. And the parent will tell you, no, this is the only thing he eats. And that's not funny at all. That's not even pleasant. That's not even supporting your journey of healing, because the body needs that kind of food to be able to function and heal. You want a better brain, you have to supply the food. So for you to support a child to diversify their diet, you have to learn these strategies. So, my dear people, V, this is the course that we have that we are bringing to the public. We are going to have a webinar on, I thought I changed my background to that, and I don't know why it's not showing. I don't know. I don't know many of the settings on this app, but I'll keep learning. I thought I had put it on my background, but it didn't show. So it's going to be a full course, a 9-module course that will last for 4 weeks, that parents can join and learn many things about how to support their children. And yeah, we are going to have a webinar where we are going to explain everything about it. And
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. I think it's time for us to go now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a lovely evening. Did you send
Same
me
here.
the heart me?
Let me. I tried. I tried. I think I got stuck at the point. Okay, you said I should click on the heart. It's
Heart
sent.
me.
Okay.
Let me see if I have. So like, if I do it, I don't even see. Okay, oh, I
I
don't
think
see.
it's saying I need to buy it, right?
Do they sell heart me?
That is
I
what
think
the,
it's just a
that's what.
team. I think it's
I
just
don't
a
know.
team, like for somebody to be okay. It's you that's on my life that's supposed to send to me.
Okay.
Anyway, if you don't find it, just leave it. It's just a heart.
So,
Because if I,
but it's taking me to the roses.
it's among those roses it used to be. There's a heart. If you see the life, you will see that heart now.
Okay.
The heart that is as if it's laughing. Can you see it there? It should
I
be
saw it.
among the roses.
Just hold on. I need to buy something. It's telling me to buy
Oh, to
it.
buy. Oh, yeah, leave it. Leave it already.
Wait, just hold on. I'm already buying it. It's
You don't have to
seven.
buy it.
It's seven. It's 7p. So it's not as if it's much.
Oh, 7p, like pence.
7 pence.
Oh. There's even good evening. um,
So, did you get anything?
no, okay, I got rose, but it wasn't even rose I was asking you. I got one rose. Thank you. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. But I was just asking for Heart Me. Heart Me is usually free.
Okay, I'm trying to send Heart Me, but it's not allowing me.
Oh,
Don't know why. The heart that is smiling, right?
yes.
With a crown. I'm trying to send.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it will allow me to send now.
Yeah.
It's telling me send to join.
Eh.
It's giving me fan badge, entrance spotlight, exclusive gifts, level up celebration. Send to join.
Even me, I don't know much. So I beg, leave it. Don't spend any other money. Okay, lovely. I think we should
Alright
pack
then.
up for the night. I'm going to work tomorrow.
Oh
So it's
yeah.
going to be a
Enjoy
long
your
day for
day.
me.
It will be
Thank you.
busy. Alright,
Yeah.
bye.
Thank you for joining me. Bye.
It's a pleasure. Bye bye.
Yeah.